This is a Saturday morning TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday morning TV log, and this time around it's Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down, brought to us by Filmation. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm the Big D, and this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday morning TV log is Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down, a 1970 animated showcase for various characters that Mr. Lewis played. And they are all based on characters from the 1965 film The Family Jewels. And I haven't really seen much of his films except for the original version of The Nutty Professor, but I'm going to try and think of watching some of those films later on down the road. Anyway, the title is a variant of the deciding question on the game show To Tell the Truth. Will a real blank please stand up? Now, the show was styled in a fashion similar to other Filmation shows, most notably the Groovy Ghoulies, which happened to premiere the same year, and Archie's TV Funnies, which debuted the following year. Like with most 1970s era Saturday morning cartoon series, this show contained an adult laugh track. The show originally premiered on ABC on September 12, 1970. Though Lewis did contribute to some of the scripts, he unfortunately did not voice any of the characters, though. Now then, as with all their wilder comedies, such as those mentioned, and later shows they did, like Uncle Croc's Block and The Secret Lives of Waldo Kitty, Filmation stuffed the episodes with slapstick jokes, and the rubbery, gangly animated version of Lewis was well realized and similar to his depiction in DC Comics' long-running comic book title, The Adventures of Jerry Lewis. Originally published as The Adventures of Dean, Marty, and Jerry Lewis prior to the dissolution of their show business partnership. Among the recurring characters on this were Chinese detective Hong Kong Lewis and his rotund son One Ton Sam, his father Professor Lewis, and his sister Geraldine, and her pet frog Spot. Presumably, the series takes place somewhere in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area, since in one episode, Jerry sees a road sign that reads Atlantic City, 216 miles. In the series, Jerry worked for the Odd Job Employment Agency under the supervision of the obnoxious Mr. Blunderpuss. A typical episode found Jerry being assigned a job and making a complete shambles of it in his harmless, naive way. No. And there was so much crazy stuff that happened each week in this series. Notably wild in their style were the opening credits and commercial bumpers, which you can find on YouTube. The theme song was sung in a contemporary bubblegum style, like what we hear in songs from another another Filmation show, the Archies. I got sidetracked there. With the song interrupted before the end of its final verse with the show title of the show intoned in a scolding manner by an announcer who stretched out the word please and shouted sit down. Along with the Groovy Ghoulies, this was one of the first Filmation series to feature the Wheel of Filmation, as that's what we would call the rotating produced by and enrolling Lou Scheimer, Norm Prescott wheel credit. Previous shows feature a standard credit, which Scheimer's name above Prescott's, or sometimes Prescott above Scheimer. It was also Filmation's first show to feature director Hal Sutherland's name written in fancy lettering, which of course that would be used on various other shows like Archie's Funhouse, which also debuted the same year, and the solo showings of Sabrina the Teenage Witch as well. And it would go on to be shown on other shows, including the Brady Kids and the animated Star Trek and a few others. Anyway, this show is so underrated and what have you. Now, unfortunately, of episode status, I'm unfortunately sorry to say I can only find maybe one episode Now there is a couple, but I think one's the same episode. But the audio's out of sync. But I did find, but one should be in the right. Well, the audio should be in the right sync, you know. But anyway, that's all you can find on YouTube. You can find the intro and outro along with commercial bumpers, though. However. But as for this series says, this show is long lost and what have you. So apparently, if you really want to watch the show, I wish you the best of luck. You're gonna need it big time. Very big time. Anyway, I will say I did watch that one episode and it was pretty darn funny. The show ran for an overall total of 18 episodes over the course of a single season, and it ended on January 9th, 1971. It would continue on in reruns for the rest of the season and into the next season. I'm almost sure of it. Please stand by. When the show first premiered, it premiered in the 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central time slot, where it went up against Josie and the Pussycats on CBS and the Further Adventures of Dr. Dolittle on NBC, where the show premiered after Lancelot Link's Secret Chimp. So it did kind of have a little bit of competition, though, when it first aired. But, well, I've never really encountered the Dr. Dolittle tune, but Josie and the Pussycats, yes, I have seen that, you know. Excuse me again. And yes, I was correct. The show went into reruns for the next season, where it was sent to the early bird slot to the 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time slot, where it was going up against the same show on NBC was going up against the Furry Adventures of Dr. Dolittle, reruns of that, as well as the Bugs Bunny show on CBS, which would later get sent to ABC later on. Yeah. So, now you know about that. Still, I have to give this show credit for what it had to offer. It did have a pretty good voice acting cast. Now, first off, we have Howard Morris, who, of course, was best known for voicing Jughead Jones in the studio's Archie series. And, of course, he also voiced the animated Beale Bailey, as well as Hanna-Barbera's Adam Ant, plus lots of other characters. He voiced numerous characters, including Mr. Blunderpuss, Ralph Ryan Lewis, Professor Lewis, One Ton Son, Hong Kong Lewis, Uncle Sea Dog, and a host of others. Then voicing Jerry's sister Geraldine is Jane Webb, who was already well known for voicing Bay and Veronica in the Archie series, and she also was the original voice of Batgirl in the studio's Batman cartoon from 1968. And she also lent her voice in numerous other shows. Oh yeah, she was also the voice of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She also voiced Rhonda, Jerry's girlfriend. However, while Jerry did not voice himself, he was actually voiced by David Lander, who would later be more popular for playing Squiggy on Laverne Shirley. Yes, you heard me right. So anyway, this show, I will say, despite it's really tough to find it, but I still think it's pretty fun to enjoy. If you can ever find it somewhere, I think you'll feel right at home with this. I mean, if you're a big fan of Jerry Lewis's material, or if you're a Filmation fanatic, then this show's for you. Now, I can give you a look at Jerry and some of the characters you will see on the show. Here's a look at the animated Jerry, plus a lot of other characters. You'll see some of those are actually characters that, well, takes on the characters that Jerry actually played in his films. Okay, everyone, scratch that. I did find there is one way to see a few more episodes. I just found the Internet Archive actually has 7 episodes. And they're actually from video cassettes and what have you. But one episode's not in English, but it's subtitled from the looks of it. I can't guarantee which one it is, though. I'm sorry to say, but that's another place where you can find it. Just look under Jerry Lewis. Just look up Jerry Lewis Cartoon Collection. You should be able to find that. There's 7 episodes on there, but again, one's well in a different language, but has subtitles. So anyway, so now you know about Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down. Short-lived, rare, probably a long lost show, but I found it to be fun. I'll definitely need to look into those. I had no idea that there were other episodes, well, some episodes available on the Internet Archive. I do apologize to you. But anyway, rest assured, I will try and watch some more of Mr. Lewis's material. May he rest in peace. So anyway, that's going to do it for this Saturday Morning TVLog. What did you think of Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down? Did you ever watch this show? If so, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. We'll have another video coming up for you soon. I'm not sure what it's going to be. If everything goes if everything's okay out there in the outside, I will go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But if something's going wrong out there, then I will do a spoiler-free review of a film I failed to include on the schedule, and that will be Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So stay tuned. I'm not sure which one. You'll just have to find out when I get a video ready and put her up, You know what I'm saying? Okay, great. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't get the right words to come out. So again, let me know what you thought about Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down, okay? And if you like this, check out some of these other fun-filled Saturday morning shows that actually featured celebrities. In the upper left-hand corner, check out my Saturday Morning TV log I did not so long ago on Life with Louie, featuring Louie Anderson. Or if you'd like, check out the Saturday Morning TV log I did long ago for a show that actually featured anime versions of celebrities, and most of them actually voiced themselves in the new Scooby-Doo movies. Or if you'd like something else, check out my Saturday Morning TV log for another long lost show, and it's a live action show featuring the urban funny guy himself, Richard Pryor, in Pryor's Place. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log will be the 300th. Yes, the 300th Saturday Morning TV log, and if you haven't seen my schedule vid, that next week's Saturday Morning TV log will be none other than Two Stupid Dogs. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.